It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback. Tackled at about the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 125 yards.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Three yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down following the run. Looking to throw. The swing pass caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And the Titans getting set to go. And tough starting field position here. On play action, they'll throw. And his first look is incomplete. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game. Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 7.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lloyd. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now. So we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. They'll look to throw. And he hits Drake. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barry. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This will be caught at about the 5. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So on fourth down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowman. That catch good for 5. It's third down. On third down, it's Morgan. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
He's got a man, complete, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Forbath to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbath out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. To throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowman. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowman. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw now on first down. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. To throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Vikings are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Titans just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Titans with the ball late in the first. Under pressure here, the pass is picked off. Vikings will end up returning it for a TD. That puts them up by a touchdown. Now 1st and 10, pass will be completed over the middle, and he'll be tackled at the 36-yard line. Vikings now later on the drive. Dillon is found on the quick pass and catch, capping off an 8-play drive with a TD. The Vikings go up by 11. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Time to get you back up to Minneapolis as we rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Meanwhile, over in Lambeau, an update, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Out come the Titans now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's go! Green, 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back to throw. They find some open field here and avoids the contact by sliding. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So they're going to go for 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, they got him again. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And now here's a carry heading left. Got some room at the 30. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're going to have a third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 4 yards remaining now on second down. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they give this time to the tailback. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lloyd. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 2nd down, 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Green 39. Green.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Meanwhile, over in Lambeau, an update. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So it's his 3rd field goal now of the ball game, and they have needed his leg because this last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, Brandon, but now you've got to tell your defense, hey, we need a stop here so we can let this momentum carry us through to the next drive.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Fresh set of downs here. This time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. And that is incomplete.
So many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
He'll go down. They got him for a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you're talking about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he's out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lloyd. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
No luck going for 2 last time, so they'll just kick the extra point here. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Lloyd. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Man complete over the middle. That's Lloyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Titans on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Vikings on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 319.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. That one goes for 36 yards. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This to get it back to a one-score game. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lloyd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.